This is your boy, Lord Thaddeus Gray. What is this one going to be about? Well, I'm going to start a new series, point blank. It's going to be a little different than my normal stuff, like, about theories on cryptids or my stories or narrations. This isn't about that. This has to do with something that kind of is a calling that I've had going on within me for quite some time. It is going to be a series called The Light and the Darkness. It's going to be more of a spiritual side of things. Those of you who know me know that I am of the faith. I am Christian. So you know that this is going to come from that kind of Judeo type philosophy or way of understanding. If that's a problem, I do apologize, and this would definitely not be among the series you need to watch. Feel free to watch my other stuff. I'm just kind of using that as the one and only disclaimer. All right, now we've gotten past that. I'm going to be straight with you. You guys already know I respect all faiths. Pretty much the old saying, do as thou wilt. That's your path. Leave it at that. Now, what's this one going to be about? It's going to be inspirational. I feel this needs to be done more often than it has in the past, especially with all the stuff that's been going on around us. Talks of war and rumors of war and actual war is just, like I said, the time is now for me to do this, so I'm going to. This one is going to be about integrity and honesty. I'm going to tell you a little bit about things that have happened with me in the past. Roughly about 2 years ago, maybe a little longer. You guys already know that, I was in a group home. Well, I call it a group home because even though it was under the pretense of family the second time around, unfortunately, on all sides, things just did not go great. Am I blaming them? Not truly. Because again, I had some ugly ways. I'm just going to leave it at this. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, where this has to come with integrity and honesty. I'll tell you. I grew up in my family around pathological liars. I'm not excusing my actions. But when one is around that kind of situation, or those individuals, it rubs off on them. It was what I knew. The thing is, my mom was always honest from day one, probably from the day she birthed me to the day she died, in which I knew her. By that time, it'll be about 40 years of the life. So, 40 years, she was always straight up with me. She, not once that I can recall, really lied to me. Manipulated like mothers can do, yeah, of course, but not lied. You know what I'm saying? She was always straightforward with me. And I hurt her many times with my lies. Some horrible. I'm not going to put them out there because that's just, skeletons in the closet that just need to remain in there. But I did some bad shit. And unfortunately, with Gwen and Stacy, again, it was a mess. Because I was still attached to some old ugly ways the second time I was living with them, and of course, the several years before, I hid a lot of who I truly was because I felt I didn't have a choice. Plus, my mind had been head tripped real bad by events that I've already talked about. So I lied and manipulated. And let me tell you something. I lost everything as a result of it. I literally moved. Don't worry, don't get me wrong. I wasn't kicked out. I moved out. But I moved out with literally the clothes on my back and a couple $100 to last me a month. That's right. And let me tell you right now, man, it wasn't fun or cute. Had it not been for one of my mom's best friends, a person who I consider family. Leave it at this. Had it not been for her, I would have been on the street. Possibly even dead by now, because ain't no way in hell I can survive like that. Don't get me wrong, I've been through the ringer, but I've run the streets, but I can't do that. Just saying. Knock on wood, I never have to. But anyway, when I was there, I made a few promises to myself. And I swore that I would not be that person that I was when I left that home. The way I saw it, I cut ties with Ren and Stacy completely, but I was also going to cut ties with the person that I had become. And I would try to, how can I say this? Become maybe the wrong word, but I would try to do better. And yes, I still have problems. Believe me, I have problems. But as a result of being more honest, I'm saying 80% of the time, I still have that 20%, which has flaws, make no mistake. But being more open and honest about things, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some things I'll never speak of. Some things about myself that are private, and that's it. But, like I said, as I have done this, things have come to me. I didn't have to look too hard, to be honest. I mean, number one, doing what I do, I counted DW. I mean, I had known him before. You guys already know that story, but I started being open and I was communicating, and I was brought aboard with the Dogman Camps project, as you guys already know. And being in that mentality has actually helped me. True, I deal with drama, but I've been able to get past it. If you understand where I'm going with this. A lot of other things have come naturally. When I had to move to get out of Houston and come down here near the border, I didn't think I was going to make it. But again, being open and communicating with people, and being a man of my word, it's helped quite a bit. Believe me, it has. Wonderful people have helped me, and I have been upfront with them. True, I'm not. Again, I sometimes have issues with communication with people, from brain to mouth, but it's not like a deliberate attempt to deceive people like it was in the past. So I don't have to worry too much about that. A lot of my worries have gone away when it comes. Not my worries per se, but maybe my problems in certain respects have gone away. I don't have to worry about the shit that I used to have to do. Especially trying to make one story up, to hide another story, to hide another, to cover my butt on this. It just wasn't worth it. The fact is, I've been told I'm a very good storyteller. The fact is, I just leave it at that now. I no longer confuse real life with things I'm trying to impress people with. You see is what you get. A lot of people don't like what they see. And do I care? No. I can't afford to. But I'm a lot freer as a result. I'm still somewhat tormented. But I'm not tortured like I was. I feel a lot better as a result of this. The Lord has guided me quite a bit, and for that I'm always grateful. But I just wanted to put that out there. If you stick to what you say, and you are a man of your word, you have that integrity, I promise you. The things that will unfold before your eyes, the opportunities that will come your way, it's awe-inspiring even now. It is truly awe-inspiring. There's nothing else to say about it. I just wanted to really put that out there. If you're open to people and you show them you care for them and you show that you have their back, the right people will come along, and I promise you, they will help you. Keep your faith strong no matter what it is, and don't do ugly to other people. That's one thing you have to remember. You cannot afford to be ugly to people. I'm not talking about, not taking crap from other people. I ain't talking about that. That's one thing. No one should ever have to tolerate disrespect. I'm not meaning like that. But don't be a disrespectful douchebag yourself. And lying to people is the worst thing you can do to someone. The worst. I promise you that. Don't ever forget that. If anything, don't ever forget that. Because, again, when you are open with people, the good, the bad, and the ugly, I promise you, despite that, people will work with you despite the fact you may have wronged them or whatever. But don't hide it. You can't. At least I can't. I'm a horrible liar. I used to think I was good. I can be good at manipulation, but I'm not good at lying. Not truly, because they always caught up with me. So, my point is this. Don't do the things that'll bring yourself harm. It doesn't just do that. It damages your spirit. I'm just going to leave it at that. It damages your spirit, and eventually your conscience becomes hardened. And then you're further away from the Creator. And that's something you just don't want. You really don't want that at all. I'm just going to leave this at there. At this. And just leave it at that, No need for going any further. But I figured this needed to be put out there. Once a week, if possible, I'm going to try to do something like this. More spiritual things. More things that I've learned. But until then, you guys be blessed and you be safe.